Once upon a time, we made a video in which I said I expected some kickbacks from South Carolina's agriculture industry because obviously we're responsible for the bumper crops they're experiencing. I'm still waiting for my check.
We are finally going camping, and wouldn't you know it, it's raining. Because that just seems to be our curse in life, but that's okay. You know, better a rainy day camping than to be stuck at work on a sunny day, so, you know, whatever.
I'm bummed out.
He is bummed out, especially since it's his birthday weekend.
My birthday weekend!
And wouldn't you know, we're going to Hamilton Branch State Park, which we had planned to go to last winter, and we didn't go because of the weather.
And of course, last weekend was
Beautiful.
the loveliest weekend we've seen in months. I was driving around some last weekend testing out this new camera system that we're speaking to right now.
Yeah.
I might even drop a few frames of last weekend so you can see just how lovely it was last weekend. Not now.
Darn it. Oh well.
As the lady said, we are doing Hamilton Branch State Park. Hamilton Branch is a fairly popular state park in our
Area.
neck of the woods, the Central Savannah River Area. A lot of people that camp talk about Hamilton Branch, and it just happens we haven't been there yet. Worked on it last winter, couldn't make it.
Right.
On Lake Thurmond, as so many locations in our neck of the woods are. There is hiking there. We hope to be able to do. Of course, fishing and boating, which even if we did, we wouldn't be doing this weekend.
No.
If it had been as lovely this weekend as it was last weekend, we might have brought the bicycles.
Yeah.
But
And do it.
so I guess to sum up, we don't know what the heck we're gonna do, other than
Complain about the rain.
complain about the rain. I was gonna say get wet, but yeah, that too. But as I always say, whatever it is, you will share it with us. And wet we are. And here we are. We've been here a couple hours. This is the site. This is site 92 at Hamilton Branch State Park. This is a Thursday as we're here. We've been here, for, like I said, about an hour and a half. It finally stopped raining for the moment. So we figured get out here and show you while the getting was good. Pull through sight. We always like those. A little oddity. water on this side. I've never seen that before. And I could have made one 25-foot hose make it to that side, but it was raining and I wasn't going to take the time to get even more soaked and do all the engineering involved to figure it out, so I just slapped my two 25-foot hoses together and ran it back there. But anyway, we got water. Other than that, standard placement for power. No full hookups here. Dump station as we go out on Sunday morning. I'll show you the angle of attack we faced when we got here. As I said, 92. Very easy to see from the road. This was how we came in, and I don't think it's quite as, I mean, it looked kind of steep when we first got here, but it was no difficulty getting in place. And the camping area, picnic table, fire ring, typical things. I always like South Carolina's picnic tables because you can move them. We've had that discussion before. Let's walk down and see Lake Thurmond yet again. We've become very familiar with Lake Thurmond in the last year and a half, and we don't mind that. Hey, we know her. I have not been out here yet. What we discover? Ooh.
Apparently, some erosion.
That tree has seen better days.
It has been used as a, mooring line?
Yeah.
For a couple different spots. For all the folks that have boats that can pull up to the shoreline.
Yeah, this is the northern end of Lake Thurmond. Like, not too far away is the dam's that way, and then I'm getting there. And then not too far beyond that is the southern end of Lake Hartwell. So there's your geography. It looks like that this is a fairly steady drop off there. It might be safe for swimming. I don't think it looks too steep or too nasty.
Except that red clay might get you.
Well, that's this part of the world. That's the dirt. It's red clay.
That's right. And it's slippery when it's wet.
So that's in here we are. Like I said, the truck. I'm a little bummed out by the weather, but I'm working on keeping the chipper attitude. I'm really trying. That being said, though, it's supposed to rain off and on, and then it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to peter out overnight. We might have a little spot of rain tomorrow, but I think we're going to get some rain-free time spans over the weekend. Yeah. So, but I've kind of written off this afternoon, this evening. Once we get through speaking with you, we will probably go inside, see about supper, and chill for the evening. But go looking for some adventure tomorrow, hopefully. So, stay tuned. Check back in. Hiking time. I can't recall the last time we've gone on a real hike. When's the last time we went on a real hike? Because it's been so hot and we haven't gotten out so often.
We tried at Magnolia Springs.
That's true, yeah, and that kind of was a bust.
Yeah.
But anyway, hopefully this will be better. This is the beginning of the paleo hiking trail, which I can assure you we're not going to be running, crawling over rocks and things like adrenaline junkies do.
Been there, tried that.
This trail is, what was that, like a mile and a half
Yes.
loop? And it's the only full trail here at Hamilton Branch. And I think that's because there is a 20-ish mile long trail that's part of the Forestry Service nearby. And there's a connected trail from here that goes to that trail. So if you really want to get into a long biking trail or a monster hike, You know, there's your avenue for that, but we ain't doing that.
No. It's a loop, so stay to the right.
Because you want to go the right way.
Yeah.
Put your hands in the air and wave them like you just have no concerns whatsoever. Ooh, didn't start a workout. Got a workout going now. I don't. I was about to say, I don't mean to take pleasure in your discomfort, but it just comes naturally.
Thanks, honey. It's your turn.
I guess we have effectively closed the loop. Yep, because this is where we started.
Yep.
Right here. Yep, we've closed the loop.
Yay.
Yay us.
It was such a strenuous hike.
Well, I mean, well, that was a mile and change.
Yes.
And we were all walking for a good half hour, 45 minutes maybe, because we stopped
Yeah.
and several things. Like so many hikes along these Lake Thurmond, Lake Russell, Lake Hartwell parks and facilities, they're nice walks in the woods. They're certainly not like walking
No.
Zion or
It's not a
Yellowstone.
strenuous.
Right.
No.
It's a nice walk in the woods.
Yeah.
Maybe someday we'll hike Zion. Ooh. Let's take a look inside the camp store, where they will happily sell you ice
There's picnic tables.
and picnic tables if you
Nice.
wanted to get a snack and have it here. You know. Ice cream. I'm leaning towards that one, yeah. Okay.
Well, it's not a cake, but it's his birthday, so he needs something. Let's go.
Birthday boy, I have a surprise.
Thank you! Sugar!
Of course,
Cold sugar.
of course, I guess it's not really a surprise since you were with me when I bought it, but happy birthday anyway.
It's a surprise that I'm getting it right this second. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Mm.
And of course, he drips it on his shirt.
Nom, nom, nom.
It's not good if you can't wear it, right?
There you go. Ice cream. Let's take a look at these birthday burgers. Oh, coming along, coming along, coming along. Because I'm left-handed. And hello there. It is late in the afternoon, well after 5 o'clock. That's about 5 o'clock. Jesse is cooking supper, and it just occurred to me that we have not communicated to you folks at all today. But while she was cooking supper, I at least wanted to do a little run around and show you some of Hamilton Branch State Park, tell you a few things we've noticed since we've been here. Not an in-depth review, but just a look around, point out some things. You can see how heavily wooded it is here. It's very attractive. I like that it's not jam-packed with sites. I think I've seen one, so I won't say all, but just about all the sites here are either waterfront or water view. So, I mean, Lake Thurmond being the star attraction around here, that is logical. I believe we said yesterday more than 180 sites. I want to say 185, but it's more than 180. We have noticed that with the exception of our site, it doesn't seem that any of these sites are very amenable to big rigs. We have seen some big rigs. We've even witnessed one get into place. It was an adventure. Like we really were almost rude watching. A large number of these back-end sites, they're not buddy sites, but they're laid out in a T. Like you either have to pull in or back in and then make a 90 degree turn right or left into your site. And you know, that just seems like it's an awfully sharp reverse 90 degree turn to be comfortable making. And then B, if you're on as if you're looking at the T, you know, that side of the T, your campsite side is facing away from the water, and that just kind of seems self-defeating. So we haven't really figured out the logic of that yet, and it's a little bit off-putting to the point where Jesse and I have already said that were we to come back here, if we couldn't get the same site we have now, or I think we've found 4 pull-throughs, I believe, and we've seen all 4 of them, and one of those 4 I wouldn't even particularly want to mess with. So, and then you know, there's a couple of straight back ends. Now, if you're truck camping, tent camping, pop-up camper, teardrop camper, it wouldn't be a big deal to you. But I just, anything, you know, we're 25 feet, and I would think anything longer than that would have some difficulty getting to place unless you're a very skilled maneuverer of a towed trailer, and we all know I'm not. I do like that with the 180 or more sites. They are so evenly spread out throughout these 730 some odd acres of the park. Several loops labeled A through H, I believe. I'm not sure, I don't have the map here in front of me. But they all have street names. Ours is Blue Jay Street. And I should point out that here's a bathhouse here. Each loop has its own bathhouse. I believe all of them, I know some of them, but possibly all of them have laundry facilities as well. So there's, you know, whichever loop you're in, you've got bathhouse access and probably laundry access. 2 dump stations here in the park. Just passing one right now, and there's one closer to the entrance exit. Okay, here we go. Looks like we've got some playground equipment. This looks like you'd be your swimming, wading, recreating area. I see a picnic table or 2. Not seeing any shelters like, well, there's a couple of barbecue grills over there, so maybe they're meant to be open air. This is a lovely area. There's some more picnic tables here. Maybe they're meant to be open air. I don't see any grills on this side though. Well, that's the high points. I did a loop. I think a loop and a half. Again, there's at least 7 or 8 loops scattered throughout the park. Nice looking day use area in my opinion too. So there you have it, Hamilton Branch. I am going to head back and see if Jesse has supper ready because I'm starting to feel it. So probably call tonight. Check in with you guys tomorrow before we head out. Sunday morning departure day.
Boo.
The most depressing day of any trip. Quick little wrap up here at the campsite. Since it's so lovely and quiet this morning, we thought we would spare you the inside of the truck yet again.
Yes.
Wonderful, peaceful, relaxing, unwinding trip.
Much needed.
I don't know if we should apologize, but we understand we didn't show you guys a lot of frenetic adventuring activity this trip. But believe me, it was planned that way.
We just needed some R&R.
Start of the school year and my new job and everything. We needed to get away and unplug and just and I think we got it.
We did.
Hamilton Branch State Park, probably the closest state park to our home, and yet after 3 years of RVing, we're finally getting here, and I'm glad we did. I would definitely say that we would come back at some point.
Yes. As long as we could get a similar site.
This site. I told Jen the drive around yesterday, some of the arrangements of these sites that give us great pause. But location-wise and scenery, and of course if you're into boating and fishing and skiing, water access, all that stuff's great. Staff here is very, very nice.
Very nice.
Folks at the camp store and the couple of maintenance workers that we ran across and chatted with, very nice folks. So yeah, definitely give it a thumbs up if you're looking for water access here on Lake Thurmond and quiet, you'll find it here.
Very true.
Our next trip, however, we hope will be a little bit more adrenaline packed. A month, 6 weeks from now, we will be headed down Savannah, Georgia direction to Fort McAllister State Historic Park, I think is the correct title. We have never camped down that direction, so I'm sure, and I haven't been to Savannah in ages myself, so I'm sure we'll see and do a lot of exciting things and share them all with you.
We'll be in one of the most haunted places in the country over Halloween.
I didn't think about it that way. That's a good thing or a bad thing. But anyway.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. In the meantime, hey, we've got a back catalog of great videos. Go back and watch our old stuff. Please share this video. Do the like, subscribe, share thing. And I've been meaning to tell you folks, we don't do Patreon because if you do Patreon, you really need to service your patrons. And that's, with us being full-time employed wage slaves, we honestly don't have the time to generate content to support patrons. However, if you do want to support us financially, help us pay for camera gear and gas and whatnot, we greatly appreciate it. You can do that by going and doing your Amazon shopping through our Amazon shopping link. It's on our blog, liveandlearnrv.com, and there is a shop tab. If you go there and follow the link from there back to Amazon, then anything you buy there, camping related or not, we get a little kickback commission. And believe me, the couple of bucks a month that it generates, it helps us out. It pays for a couple of SD cards. It pays for a tank of gas. It's a big help. And if you want to support us that way, we'd be eternally grateful. So, on that note, with the sales pitch done, we will see you again very soon. If not before Fort McAllister State Park, then at least then. And until then, as we always say,
Keep living and learning.